Welcome back to the Crush the Rush podcast. So last week I shared why the mastermind model of 2020 is officially outdated. And today we're talking about how to fix it and how we use AI and real human support inside the collective co-op to help our clients get faster results and without burning out or losing connection. But here's the truth. AI can speed things up, but it cannot replace being seen, guided, or supported by people who know your business. And that's where the magic happens. That's where the tech and the touch come together. So inside this episode, I'm breaking down exactly how our hybrid model works, how our custom GPTs handle 60% of the heavy lifting, and our expert team refines the final 40%, and why the balance of automation and accountability is the real game changer. So if you're curious how to use AI to restore your time instead of replace your role, you're going to love this episode. Welcome back to the Crush the Rush podcast. Last week, I pulled back the curtain on how we built the collective co-op, talking about our shift framework. So you can use this framework for any of your programs or product suites, and why I believe the mastermind model 2020 is officially outdated. So if you missed that one, go back and listen. But today we're going to talk about the how, and specifically how we use AI and human support together to help our clients get better results without sacrificing connection or sustainability, like long-term sustainability. Because AI is here, we've been talking about it a lot. It can definitely help you move faster, but it cannot replace the power of being seen, guided, supported by real humans who know your business is still really, really important. And so the magic to me is when it all comes together, when the tech and the human touch can work together. And so how this all started is when I first started building our AI tools, it was about a year ago, and I knew that there was something there. I have a very strategic business background, so I definitely was paying attention, and I knew that if I wanted to be a part of it, I needed to learn it. And so I set out Christmas break last year. There was, I think, a 2-week time period where at least for 2 hours a day, I was leaning into how can I learn AI? How can I learn ChatGPT? How can I think about how to use this for our business? And I was skeptical because I didn't even have a ChatGPT account a year ago. Like, hello. The goal was not to automate everything, but it was to help our team, me, our clients to spend less time spinning and more time doing. Like, how can we just use this tool to help us? And so I wanted to be able to teach not just how to log in, but like how to get clarity and how to get results and how to move forward and not get stuck watching another 90-minute replay or staring at a blank Google Doc. And so what happened was leaning into custom GPTs. And so I went through our business model and made a list of the things that we do on repeat all the time. 90-day planning, content repurposing, making sure that our messaging is clear and changing it up every quarter, pitching for collaborations and media, planning sales and the launches. And what came out of that were, I think we're at 15 GPTs so far this year that are all trained on our frameworks and match our tone and our systems. So a lot of clients will say, like, Holly, it's like you're talking to me. It's like I'm listening to the podcast, but it's like a bot. Then I'm like, well, it's my voice and tone. Like, I did the work to create the brand book, to build the bot. But the bots don't replace us, right? They partner with us. And so my goal is that AI handles like the 60%, the brainstorming, the ideas, the, hey, I don't know where to start kind of thing. And then the humans team comes in and personalizes it and challenges it and refines it and supports it. And so it's a combination of both that creates the transformation. And so this hybrid model is really what we've leaned into inside the collective co-op, because so often I have clients come to me and they may have a small team or they may be looking to hire a team, but like, what if you could use AI as the first step, as the test, and then really figure out how you want to scale your team? And so we've created these tools for momentum, but I wanted to walk you through like what this actually looks like in practice. So the first thing that we do inside the co-op every single week is office hours, and it's truly where AI meets implementation. And I talked about our office hours framework last week a little bit with the shift method, but every week we run themed office hours. So it's planning, it's systems, it's client attraction, it's finances. And so as a member, you bring what you're working on, but often this is something that we create using our AI bots. So instead of showing up with, I don't know what to do, help me figure out the next step, our members are showing up with like, here's my draft, help me refine it. And this one shift has really changed everything because it saved hours of prep time for me, but also allows our team to go so much deeper into strategy and not surface level brainstorming. And so our coaches, me, a mentor, a real human, can review your work, give you feedback, adjust the plan, give you more ideas, and we can implement it like right there on the call. And so it's fast, it's efficient, it's personal, and it gives you clarity and confidence, and it keeps you moving week after week. I mentioned that this was a part 2 of 3 series. So next week, we're going even deeper into how to create the GPTs. But for today, I want to just walk you through how we're combining AI with human interaction. So the second step then is custom strategy and personalization in our one-on-one calls. So every co-op member gets a private call with me once a quarter where we're mapping out your strategic 90-day plan. And so here's the thing, no matter how advanced AI gets, you still need human eyes on your business. You still need somebody looking at things. So during those calls, we will audit your offers and your pricing. We will review your marketing and your messaging, and we'll build your strategy and the timeline as in your like actual to-do list of like, here's what I'm doing this week, here's what I'm doing next week. And what I have found is AI can generate 1,000 ideas in seconds. But what it can't do is tell you which ones fit your goals, your energy, and your season of life. And that's something that I'm really good at. I have clients that say, Holly, here's my brain dump, like tell me the first thing to focus on. And so that's really where our team comes in to hold you accountable. I want you to dream big. I want you to think of all the ideas, but it's not about doing all the things. It's about doing the right things at the right time. And it's not just about doing things faster. It's about doing the right things in the right order. And so that's really where the human connection comes in. It takes all of that brainstorming, and those one-on-one calls are really where you can go from busy and overwhelmed with a really long list of ideas to like, okay, I'm focused. I know exactly what I'm going to do. And then we're going to hold you accountable, which goes to number 3, which is we give daily accountability and real-time feedback. So we do this inside Slack in the co-op. You could use any tool that you like, but this is really the glue that holds it together. So between calls, between the one-on-one calls, between the office hours, we stay connected in a private Slack channel. So this is where our clients ask questions, get feedback, share wins. It's going all the time. We have clients all over the world. We have clients on different time zones. And it's so cool to see like when different people work. But we have dedicated conversations on content review, tech troubleshooting, mindset support, and the AI tools make us efficient in Slack too. So as an example, if a client shares a launch plan and they build it in Clio, who's our content strategist, they can instantly drop it in Slack for me to review, for our team to review, to look at an email, maybe that's not converted. And because the format is organized and clean from the bot, like you can get through so much more. So even though Slack is asynchronous, the response time feels fast and the feedback is really, really deep because it's a blend of automation and attention. So you're never waiting weeks for help, which I think is really important. You're getting guidance within hours, which leads to number 4, and that is accountability systems, consistency without pressure. I mean, a little pressure is good, right? But you don't want to go the entire year under constant pressure. And so we use scorecards and dashboards and simple, really simple reflection tools to help our clients track progress. So we track revenue and metrics and hours worked and what's working and wins that you're celebrating, which I talked about last week. And then we review those in real time. But guess what? We can use bots to take that data, and we can use GPTs to analyze that of like, okay, there's a theme here, or there's something we need to do differently. And if someone's stuck, guess what? It's not the GPT or the bot that reaches out personally. It's us. And so that's how we keep you engaged is we reach out. We're real humans. We're looking at your data, which we can summarize using a GPT. But if someone's stuck or someone needs support, it's a person that's reaching out. And that's why our retention rate is over 80%, because we know, and by 80%, I mean people are continuing on into like round 2, round 3, round 4 in our program. So we know who's thriving and who's overwhelmed, and we can respond to that without the burnout piece, right? And so we're using the data to layer in empathy and support. So if you're listening, the steps that I think you should really think about when you're looking at any program is how AI meets implementation, how you can do custom strategy and personalization where you're using AI to help brainstorm, but then taking it the next level with a human piece, layering in daily accountability and real-time feedback, and then creating systems, accountability systems without the pressure. So I'm going to give you a couple of real life examples if you're listening and like, okay, this sounds really interesting to me. So one member this week used Stella. Stella is our strategist to map her Q1 plan in 90 minutes or 90 days in 10 minutes. So then she sent it to us, and then we worked with her to reprice her offers. And within 1 week, she had already booked 2 new clients at higher rates. And we're not even into the next year yet. But we were able to brainstorm really quickly and then refine in real time. Another has used Clara, the content coach. She's one of our faves, to batch emails and carousel content, right? So the emails get repurposed into Instagram carousel content. She then posted what she created, got feedback from our team on the tone and flow. And guess what? Her rates and her click rates have doubled because it's her voice, her tone, it's aligned with her plan. And so she's seeing the flow. And then a last example is we have a bot called Cleo, and her goal is to help you with like Black Friday type promos, but it doesn't have to be Black Friday. It could be like any holiday. And so Cleo mapped out this entire Black Friday promo campaign, and then we used office hours to refine it. And now she's going to sell her mini offer over Black Friday. So in each case, AI has given our students a draft, but the humans, me, and our team has given them the direction. And that's really the secret sauce to like, how do we scale and how do we test things and how do we decide who we want to hire? Like, let's test it out in different ways first and then take the best next step. So AI is incredible for structure. Its connection will drive results with the human factor, right? And I think this is what makes the program work is it's not just systems. I would argue that the systems are your systems. It's the people, right? It's me who's sending a DM of like, how's your launch feeling today? Or it's Katie, our ops manager, or Caitlin, our customer success manager, or Madeline, our marketing manager, who remembers your kid's name or your vacation plans, or it's your accountability or pod partner who remembers that progress counts even on messy weeks and is there to cheer you on. So we're using AI, but AI can't replicate that community piece and honestly never should. But it's really fun when we use AI to create space for more of the community, for more of the human interaction. So we're using AI to create that white space that I talk so much about. And it's leading to more real conversation, more personal support, more time to be present, helping each other. And so at the end of the day, we all know that AI is not here to replace us. But I would argue it's here to restore us, right? Like, let's think of it as this like tool that can give you some time back to help you focus on what actually matters, your strategy, your connection, your results. And to me, this is why the co-op works. I talked about last week the structure that we follow, but also this is a pretty magical combination. And so it's not just smart systems, it's structure and it's soul. It's real humans who are just as excited about your business as you are. It's automation and accountability, and it's tech with a human touch. And so I feel like this is the new standard for business growth. And so if you're curious about how this looks behind the scenes, you can head on over to hollymariehaynes.com/co-op, because business doesn't have to mean burnout when you're scaling. With the right systems and the right support, you can scale smarter, live slower, and still get results. So I would love for you to check it out at hollymariehaynes.com/co-op, which is COOP. But hopefully this has given you some ideas on how you can use AI to give you even more opportunity for human connection.